Hello and welcome to this new episode of the Eigen Values podcast. This is an audio version of the Eigen Values Substack that can be found at davidturver.substack.com. This time we look at the rising subsidies for renewables through the Contract for Difference scheme. August 2024 saw the third highest subsidies on record and the most ever for the month of August. If you enjoy this podcast, please like, share and subscribe to receive more content. The Low Carbon Contract Company managed the Contract for Difference scheme, also known as CfDs, and they publish data to show how much it costs us. The data is usually published about 10 days in arrears and sometimes gets adjusted. Now we have the full data for August 2024 and it's settled down enough for some reasonable analysis. The headline is that overall CfD subsidies rose sharply in August 2024 to a total of 237.7 million. The third highest total on record and by far the highest level for the month of August. See Figure 1. The total is up 84.8 million from July's total. The main driver of the increase is offshore wind, which is up 75 million from a month ago. This August total is also up 123.6 million from August 2023. Since August last year, offshore wind subsidies are up 72.3 million, biomass conversion 35 million, biomass with CHP up 10.2 million and onshore wind up 5 million. There are several factors driving the increase in subsidies since last year. First and most obvious is that more wind farms have now activated their CfDs. Moray East and Hornsea Project 2 came online early this year, as did the Snedden onshore wind farm. Moreover, the CfD part of the Drax biomass plant was not used at all in August last year, but attracted 25.7 million in subsidy in August 2024. However, the number of turbines claiming subsidy is not the only driver of the increased subsidies we're paying. Load factors are also up. This means that both onshore and offshore wind farms produce closer to their theoretical maximum during the month. See Figure 2. Using the nameplate capacity recorded by LCC for each installation, we can calculate the load factor for each project and aggregate it by technology. In August 2024, CfD-funded offshore wind farms achieved a total load factor of 34.8%, the third highest August on record, and the highest since August 2020, and up 3 percentage points since last year. Onshore wind achieved 24.4%, the second highest August load factor on record, and up from 16.7% last year. More wind means more generation, and other things being equal, more generation means more subsidy. The other things that drive the level of subsidy are the CfD strike prices and the reference price which are used to calculate the subsidy level per megawatt hour. For offshore wind, the weighted average strike price has fallen about £23 per megawatt hour from about £178 in August 2023 to about £155 this year. This is because of the aforementioned addition of Moray East and Hornsea Project 2, which both have lower strike prices than the earlier offshore wind farms in operation. The strike prices for onshore wind are up a few pounds from last year to about £113 per megawatt hour, and solar is up £4 to £110 per megawatt hour. However, the intermittent market reference price, or IMRP, which is used as the baseline for the price the renewable electricity was sold for in the market, is down significantly on last year. The average IMRP weighted by generation has fallen about £25 per megawatt hour from £76 in August 2023 to about £51 in August 2024. The subsidy per megawatt hour is calculated as the difference between the strike price and the IMRP. The upshot is that the subsidy per megawatt hour for offshore wind is up a bit since last year and is up sharply for onshore wind and solar power. See Figure 3. Gas prices are lower this year than they were last, so that explains some of the reduction in IMRP, because gas often sets the market rate of electricity. However, adding more uncontrolled renewable generation can also affect the IMRP. There were 2 days in August when the weighted IMRP for offshore wind fell below £20 per megawatt hour, and 3 occasions when the weighted IMRP for solar fell below £10 per megawatt hour. Provided the price stays positive, this does not matter to the generators. They just make up the difference with extra subsidies. If the price goes negative for a time, then the wind farms are not paid curtailment fees and they lose. In conclusion, the addition of the newer, cheaper offshore wind farms has not had a significant impact on the subsidy per megawatt hour. The reduction in average strike price has been overwhelmed by a combination of the indexation upwards in April and cheaper gas prices since last year. Even if gas prices stay at the current elevated levels, we're unlikely to see a significant reduction in the subsidy per megawatt hour because increased generation from renewables pushes down the IMRP, thus increasing subsidies. For the generators, it is heads they win and tails the consumer loses. We can expect more record subsidies between now and February 2025 as the seasonal load factors creep back up and Drax is kept running to replace our last remaining coal plant, which shuts shortly. Thank you for listening. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel to receive more content or sign up at davidturver.substack.com.